Welcome. So we're going to answer this question before us. It says, if I have this function, so ax plus b, such that f of 1 is equal to 7 and f of 5 is equal to 19, find a and b. Okay, so to do this, we're going to create some simultaneous equations based on these two pieces of information I've got. So I've been told 2 points. I've been told when I have an x of 1, I have an output or a y value of 7. And when I have an x value of 5, my y is going to be 19. So I can sub these values into this function here, produce two equations, solve them simultaneously, and I will get my answer. So number 1, so this is my first equation. I'm going to sub in x is equal to 1, so I'm subbing in this one here. Whoops. 1 plus b, and I know that this is going to be equal to 7. So this is going to be a plus b is equal to 7. That right there is my first simultaneous equation. Okay, let's now find our second equation. And I'm going to find it by subbing in this value. So I'm going to let x equal 5 this time. So I'm taking this 5 and I'm subbing it into the x spot there. So that means I'm going to get a 5 plus b, and this time it's going to be equal to 19. So that means I'm going to get 5a plus b is equal to 19. And that is my second one. Okay, once we have these, what are we going to do next? Well, I need to solve them, and if I'm doing it by hand, we will go through how to do this on the CAS as well, but if I'm doing it by hand, I need to figure out a way of eliminating one of these variables here. So I can get rid of b by going 2 minus 1. So I'm taking 2 and subtracting 1 away from it. So that means 5a minus a is 4a. b minus b goes away, and that's what we want. We just want to be left with one variable, one pronoun, and pronumeral, thinking of English. Then 19 minus 7 is equal to 12. Then a is going to be equal to 3. And then to find out what b is going to be, because we've got a, now we need to figure out what b is going to be, I'm going to sub a equals 3 into my first equation. So this one right here. So I'm going to get 3 plus b is equal to 7, which means b is equal to 4. And just like that, I have one answer, 2 answers, and we are done. Now, before we go, we also have to go through how we would use our trusty CAS calculator to do this. So how could we use our CAS to answer this? So let's bring our CAS over here, come here. The first thing that we're going to do is define our function. So remember, control this, I think that's the easiest way to define something. A times x plus b. Very important, if you don't put a times between the a and the x, it's not going to work. So make sure you got a times there, hit enter, that's all defined. Then we're going to go menu, we're going to go algebra, we're going to solve system of equations, and this first one here. We've got 2 equations, 1, 2, and we're not dealing with variables of x and y, we're dealing with variables of a and b. Now, once I'm here, because I've already defined what f is, I simply have to go, all right, I know that f of 1 is equal to 7, and I know that f of 5 is equal to 19. And just like that, I've written in those, but because I've defined it, it's just a lot easier. Now, when I hit enter, I get a is equal to 3 and b is equal to 4, which is what we got over here. So you can see that your CAS is a very efficient way of answering these type of questions, and it's really important that you feel comfortable using your CAS to answer these questions. Hopefully you found this useful, and I'll see you later.